Why does your roof keep leaking, and how to fix it once and for all? Stop wasting thousands on roof repairs that don't work. If your roof keeps leaking, even after multiple fixes, you're probably making this critical diagnostic mistake. Let me explain something that might surprise you. After diagnosing thousands of roof leaks over the past 15 years, I've discovered that many homeowners are wasting money fixing the wrong problem entirely. In fact, according to the National Roofing Contractors Association, roof leaks are one of the top reasons for homeowner insurance claims, with water damage claims averaging around $11,000. Think about that for a moment. $11,000 in damage, often because people misdiagnose where the leak is actually coming from. I've seen countless cases where homeowners have spent thousands on repairs only to have the leak continue because they were fixing the wrong issue. Here's what's interesting. The source of a roof leak can be very obvious at times, but it can also be incredibly evasive. And there's one crucial question we always ask when diagnosing a leak that tells us more than any visual inspection ever could. I'm going to share that with you today, along with the exact process we use to find even the most elusive leaks. In this video, I'll show you the number one question that reveals the true source of your leak, why some leaks might not even be roof problems at all, the most common areas where leaks actually occur, and here's a hint, it's not usually where you think, and exactly how to diagnose your leak like a professional. But first, let me share some lessons and a quick story that perfectly illustrates why this is so important. Lesson number one, the critical diagnostic question. We got a call last month from a frustrated homeowner in Montclair. She had spent over $3,000 on 3 different repairs, and her ceiling was still getting water damage every time it rained. The previous contractors that she hired had all focused on replacing shingles and sealing around her chimney, but they completely missed the real issue. The first question I asked her was, when does it leak? This simple question is crucial because it gives us a basis for where to begin looking for the source of the leak. Does it leak every time it rains, or does it only leak intermittently? Maybe when the wind is blowing in a certain direction? Here's why this matters so much. If a leak occurs with every rainfall, then yes, it's probably a roof issue. But if it's intermittent, only happening sometimes when it rains, that often tells us the leak may not even be a roof leak at all. In that homeowner's case, the leak only happened during heavy storms with wind from the east. This was our first clue that we weren't dealing with a typical roof leak. After a proper inspection, we discovered that the real culprit was a small crack in her stucco wall just above her counter flashing that only allowed water in during wind-driven rains which came out of the east. Lesson number 2, understanding wind-driven rain. Think of your home like a boat in a storm. When it's just raining straight down, your roof does its job perfectly, like the deck of a boat shedding water. But when you add strong winds to the equation, water can actually travel sideways, finding entry points that you'd never expect. Wind-driven rains are notorious for causing leaks in windows, doors, siding, or any areas where there are joints or seams. This is why some leaks only appear during certain storms. The wind has to be hitting your home at just the right angle with enough force to drive water into these vulnerable areas. Lesson number 3, the truth about roof penetrations. Now, if your leak is occurring with every rainfall, or the majority of rainfalls, then we're likely dealing with an actual roof leak. And here's where most people make their second big mistake. They assume the leak is coming from worn out or damaged shingles. The reality? The vast majority of roof leaks occur at what we call roof penetrations, places where something comes through or connects to your roof. Examples of roof penetrations are chimneys, bathroom vents, exhaust vents, vent pipes, solar panel mounts, and satellite dishes. These areas are particularly vulnerable because they create breaks in your roof's water-shedding system. Every penetration requires proper flashing and sealing to prevent water intrusion. When these components fail or are improperly installed, leaks are almost inevitable. Lesson number 4, the experience factor. Finding out where the leak is coming from is usually the most difficult part. And this is where experience comes into play. An experienced roofer who has been diagnosing leaks for a long time will usually figure out the problem in a matter of minutes. Let me give you a real example. Last week we had a client who had been told by 3 different contractors that they needed a full roof replacement due to persistent leaks. But when our team inspected it, we immediately noticed something that they'd missed, a tiny gap in the capping around one of their windows that only allowed water in when the rain hit at a specific angle. The leak actually had nothing at all to do with the roof. The fix? A $300 repair, instead of a $15,000 roof replacement. We've seen inexperienced folks come up with all different types of theories on the source of roof leaks that aren't even close to solving the problem. This is why proper diagnosis is so crucial. It can save you thousands in unnecessary repairs. So let me wrap this up with the key points you need to remember. Number 1, always start with the timing question. When does it leak? Number 2, if it's intermittent, investigate non-roof causes first. Number 3, for consistent leaks, focus on roof penetrations. Number 4, don't assume you need a full roof replacement without proper diagnosis. Here's the thing. Water damage from roof leaks can quickly escalate from a minor annoyance to a major expense. But armed with this knowledge, you're now better equipped to understand your leak and get it fixed correctly the first time. Remember, the goal isn't just to stop the leak temporarily. It's to solve the underlying problem once and for all. And sometimes that means looking beyond the obvious to find the real source. If you found this information helpful, you'll definitely want to watch my next video where I show you how to tell if your attic has proper ventilation and why it matters. Click the video on the screen now to learn how to assess your ventilation so you do not have to face expensive repairs down the road.